Well, the old tourism slogan was follow the birds to Victoria, but lately in the capital, tourists and locals alike are avoiding the birds if they can. Seagulls have been making a real mess downtown, splattering sidewalks and awnings and people. Anything and anyone unfortunate enough to be in range when the gulls let fly in mid-flight. Pedestrians are diving for cover. Businesses are taking countermeasures. But is this year worse than others? A News reporter Andrew Johnson has more from the dumping ground downtown.
Frank Williams has been dispatched to clean up Victoria's streets after a group of gulls decided to paint the town white.
There's a lot. Quite a lot.
Don't even bother defending yourself. We know it's you and your friends. Just ask Cara Barbon, who got off work at the Hotel Rialto a couple weeks ago, stepped outside and...
When it hit me, I was just kind of stunned. I didn't know what happened. It was like on my face, in my hair, on my shoulder, down my shoulder, into my bag, down the inside of my dress, on top of my dress. It was everywhere.
Barbon cleaned up, then wised up. Now she's joined hundreds of Splat survivors braving downtown streets with an eye to the sky.
We do have our property owners calling us and seeing, what's going on.
The Downtown Victoria Business Association is recommending its members take action.
To run wire, more or less trip wire, along the length of any exposed cornice where the birds are inclined to perch.
Some buildings have already been outfitted, including City Hall. Bird experts can't say for sure if the poopy problem is getting worse this year or not. But if it is, there could be a very logical explanation. Oh, Seagulls may be making themselves at home on downtown rooftops because they're on the run from eagles.
They take the eggs, they take the young, they even will take adults quite regularly. So if I were a gull nesting on the chain islets, I might be looking for another location. Downtown Victoria seems pretty good.
She promises the nesting gulls will soon return to the seashore, but that doesn't mean you've taken your last white shower.
If they had a good time on the roofs of downtown Victoria, they'll be back. These birds can live 30 years.
Frank Williams isn't fazed.
Do all the alcoves where everybody pees and pukes. So this is actually probably the lighter stuff.
Way to put things in perspective, Frank. It could be worse.
It could be. Andrew joins us now live with more. Andrew, a lot of people have their own horror stories to tell you about, and they weren't reenactments. What else did you hear today?
Here's a good one, Hudson, or a bad one, depending on your gross-out tolerance. A friend of a friend was dining on a patio on Worth Street downtown recently. When the bird flying overhead, I guess, was a pretty good shot, the bomb dropped directly onto the hamburger. The guy went to management and asked for a refund and was told, no, this happens all the time.
Wow.
A sign of the times, hey?
Yeah. I won't have what he's having. All right, Andrew, thank you.
You're welcome.